Okay, so visualize it's full of snow here. Beautiful Christmas Day morning, lovely blue sky, no leaves on the trees obviously, and no leaves on the ground, so there we go. So you wake up with all the excitement, and this is exactly what you wanted for Christmas.
Strike one.
And your family have shelled out for it.
Strike two.
And they're not joking when they bought it for you.
Strike three. You're out. No more puns till the summary.
Okay, enough of the Christmas stuff. Sorry, I just had to get it out of my system. Look at this. It's a flying egg, and pretty unusual, and it flies on a gyro, and also you can use your phone as well. So it does both, and it's got a camera on it for a little bit of taking photos and video as well. So pretty cool all around, I think. So you simply hold it and then just press here. Whoop. There we go, and the arms fold out, the props all pop out as well, so it's all sort of slotted in really nicely, and a lovely looking little novelty thing for Christmas. But I'm going to see how it flies. It might be quite nice. I've used one of these controllers before, and you can use it in your left or your right hand. It doesn't make any difference at all, and it's I actually found it pretty good and pretty good fun to fly with. So let's just run through the controls on here. It's a gyro control basically. So if the quad's facing forwards and arm facing forwards, if I roll it that way, it will roll the quad that way. If I roll it that way, it will roll the quad to the left. Pull it backwards, it pitches backwards. Push it forwards, and it pitches forwards. So that's, you know, basically it just does that. So really nice, and you can do the same thing when you fly gyro on your phone as well. It's exactly the same thing. And this one here, the actual control stick, that gives you throttle. So push it forward and it goes up, pull it back and it goes down. Push it to the right and it yaws to the right, so it turns to the right. Push to the left and it yaws to the left. I usually fly in mode 2, so this stick would usually be in this hand, but I've actually had no problem when I did it before flying in either hand. It's strange because you sort of lost the other hand on your control sticks. I found it just good fun actually, to be perfectly honest. To bind it to the quad, we turn the quad on first of all, up and down, and that binds it, so then we're ready to fly. Take off, press this down and it starts the motors, then give it some throttle, it automatically takes off. It's got altitude hold, as you notice, so it will sit at a height. If you're indoors, it probably won't even drift around. If it's outside, there's a bit of a breeze this afternoon, so it might just drift in the breeze. And then it's got 4 buttons on the top. The front one is the headless mode, so normally when we fly, if we pitch forward like that, as you were doing earlier, it will go forward, but that's in relationship to the front of the quad. So if it's facing at that angle and I pitch forward, it will still go forward in the orientation of the quad, as I say. If you go into headless mode, press this one here, the LEDs flash, and then forward is always in the way that you bound it away from you. So no matter what angle the quad's at, and even if you're spinning the quad, if you pitch it forwards, it will keep going away from you, or backwards, or left or right. So, but it doesn't matter on the orientation, hence the headless. To cancel that, simply press that one again. The right hand one is the calibration one, and we'll do a calibration before we take off. We just hold that for a couple of seconds, and that calibrates the gyro so it will fly nice and level. The back one here is the emergency stop. Press that and it just kills the motors. It will drop from the sky. There is a chance that you're going to damage your quad if you do that, so that really is a panic button there, just to hit it at the last second. And this one here turns the lights on and off, the LEDs on and off. And that's it really, that's everything. Oh, and it's got 3 rates as well, which is, you know, pretty impressive for such a little tiny thing. So what we do is turn the quad on first of all. You just hold it for a couple of seconds, then you get the flashing LEDs, and they're quite Christmas lighty as well, so you've got the blue and the red going off in there. Pop that down there and you can just about see them. It's sort of a bit dull this afternoon. I'm in the shade and everything, so hopefully you can see those. I'm going to pop the actual transmitter on, get a little red LED on the top here, and then to bind you go up and down on the throttle to get quick flashing LEDs, and then they've gone solid. So there we go, we've gone absolutely solid, so we're ready to fly. We could just fly with this, but what I'm going to do is going to flick the phone on as well. So go into your Wi-Fi settings, and I've actually already connected up to this and just had a play around with it indoors, but just in case it doesn't do it automatically, no, it won't connect automatically, so just connect back up to it. And then that's basically the quad set up a Wi-Fi hotspot, and we've just linked onto it, so there's no need for internet access, and it won't use any of your roaming or anything. As it says there, there's no internet access either. So, and then the actual app is the JJRC app, and this is quite a nice app. I've used this a few times and it always seems to perform pretty well. Hopefully it won't let me down. And there we go, so we're all live, as you can see there. So, and all I'm going to use this for, I'm just going to leave this over here actually, and I'm just going to connect up. But you could actually hold it in your hand and just fly around with it if you wanted to. So I'm going to start the video. Simply press that one, and as you can see, we're counting up there. Hopefully you can see that. There we go, in that red there. And we're ready to fly. Let's go. Let's see how we get on, shall we? So, like I say, start the motors there, and then we're all ready to go. Oh, hang on a minute. We wanted to... there we go. I've just pulled the throttle off. Let's just calibrate it first of all. So I'm going to hold down the calibration button. You get a beep, and then flashing LEDs, and that's us calibrated. That's better. So start the motors again. Give it a bit of throttle, and off we go. As I say, altitude hold. So it's just staying at the same altitude. There we go. Pretty good. Like I say, there's a tiny bit of breeze just coming across this way of the garden, and we can rotate and then pitch forward, roll. And it's actually, that's full pitch in low rate, so it's quite a low, slow flyer in low. So I'm going to click it up. That's into intermediate. That's a bit better. It's really fun. I quite enjoyed using this before, and actually, like I say, you can sort of use it left or right-handed. It doesn't really make any, doesn't seem to make a lot of difference. I found, and of course, I'm used to having the stick on this side for what it is, and that's us in high rates. So yeah, this is a lot better, a lot more fun. Be vicious inside, I think. Again, hey, cool stuff. Whoop! Oh, I thought I'd lost it there. But pretty good, huh? What I do with the kids when they're flying the gyro on the phone is I actually get them to turn the way the quad's facing. So now the quad's facing that way, I get them to do that. They seem to cope with it pretty well, which is really infuriating. It took me ages to learn to fly, and the kids can do it no problem. So that's all it is. It's quite twitchy actually in high rates. It's quite nice. So pop it back into low rates. It's cyclical, so nice and slow. And everything's, there's no rush or anxious. Santa's delivered all his presents and he's just chilling out now on his egg, I would say. So let's try that headless mode. So press this one here, and now that way is always away from me. So it doesn't matter what way the quad's facing. So if I rotate the quad, I can even rotate the quad as it's doing it. There we go. Makes no difference at all. It's always the same. I'm just going to bring that in just a wee bit faster. There we go. And then take the headless off, and we're in second rates now. So you turn the LEDs on and off, but to be honest you can hardly see them anyway. That's them off, and that's them on. Oh, you can just about see them, I'm sure. There we go. The emergency one literally is that. Just press it, bang, gone. Nada. I don't know whether it will just and take off. Oh yeah, well, so you can hand launch it if you like. Really nice. There's no flip button on this or anything. That's literally what it does. So it's pretty good. I'm just going to go and get the my phone. Oh, it does hold steady actually. It's only if you tilt it around. There we go. So you could actually fly it. Give it a quick look with the phone. So let's just do a quick selfie. Let's just rotate there, that's it. There we are. Whoops! Whoops! Oh, I think we're... Wait. Whoa! I think we might be running low on power. Oh, crikey. There's 4 minutes of flight, 5 minutes of flight there. That's not surprising, so I shouldn't have taken that so far away. Okay, to be honest, I've got no flashing LEDs there and a slightly bent prop, but everything seems to be alright. So I'm going to try that again, just see whether it... Yay! So going to open it all up in the funky way that it does. I still think that's really cool. Going to turn the quad on first of all, and you get the flashing LEDs like we had before. Going to go onto our Wi-Fi settings. There we go, and it should come up with JJRC. There we go, we're away. That one's saved. connected, so they're all connected up. Go onto the JJRC app, so exactly the same as what we did before, and then connect up. There we go, it warns us there's no internet access. Again, like I say, it's just purely a Wi-Fi link between the quad and our phone, and there we go, that's all working well. We've gone down to a slow pulse now. It's still waiting to bind, even though the camera's working. Because it's expecting us to work on a transmitter, obviously, and then you'd use this for the FPV. So if we turn on the controls, then the flashing LEDs stop and they go solid. So we're all then good to go. I've done a video on how to fly using an app. I'll put a link down in the description for you. Let's start the video off, and before we do anything else, let's just calibrate it. So you've got a calibration down here. Press that. You get the flashing LEDs. It's quite dull this afternoon, so it's pretty good, and it's blinking cold, so I don't think we'll get much of a flight time out of this, to be perfectly honest. And pop on the altitude hold as well. Start those motors. Let's go for a fly. Yeah, it's not particularly energetic, but I'm not particularly energetic in this weather either. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Actually, let's just do a quick selfie. I'm not too sure how good the... Oops. That's better. Well, I don't know about better, but it's there. The breeze is just going to catch this, and that's at full pitch. Forward in 30%, 60%, 100%. There we go. So 100% is flyable. Hey, actually it's not bad. They're never as anxious actually as flying on a transmitter, not usually anyway. And range would probably be about 30 meters, I would have thought. And this thing's supposed to flip. And it does. That's the first flip I've done with it. Whoa. It seems to only flip forward and backwards. Oh no, it doesn't. Does it always? Whoa. That'll make great video. So that's pretty good. And you can fly this on your gyro as well. And with this one you hold your finger down. I think you do. Yes, you do. You have to hold your finger down. Your thumb down, sorry, on the right controller. The direction one, and then you choose where you want it to go, so you can fly it around. So, and basically you're on the same as we were on with the gyro, so I'm going to pop that off because it's starting to annoy me, to be honest. You've got headless mode as well. That wind's really catching this. I mean, it's not aerodynamically shaped, it's egodynamically shaped, I guess. Yeah, you see every time it just goes back that way. Doesn't matter what way the quad's facing, it's still blowing that way. So yeah, it's good though. That's full pitch, 100%. Wow! And like I say, you can fly headless as well. There we go, so headless is that direction of course, which is the way I started off. We'll get flashing LEDs, so we are getting... Oh no, sorry, flashing LEDs is because it's in headless mode. So there we go, so whether it's facing towards me or away from me, backwards is towards me, forward is away. Which, yeah, some people like headless. I'm not a great fan of it, I must admit. But I think it depends how you start, I guess. And apparently there are some applications that you need headless for. I've never really found any, but I'm sure there's some out there somewhere or other. And we've also got a mission planner on this. Oh, I hate this thing. So just do that with it, and it will go sort of where I've just put it to go. It can't even make it. Oh, let me just turn that off. I'm just going to push it. It's just this wind. I mean, it's not a wind. It's the tiniest bit of breeze, to be perfectly honest. It really is. Oh, I've gone down into 30%. That's why. So now let's try that. Oh, it drops it down into 30%. Yeah, so it can't do anything basically. You can see it's just sort of going there. Whoa, what a recovery. Whoa! It's fun. Hey, it's a flying egg, what would you expect? I mean, what else could you want for Christmas? I've still got loads of power. It's actually done really well. I'm amazed it's flown so well. And like I say, you could sort of set yourself up for a shot if you wanted to. There we go. Well, let's just take it back over there. I don't know. I mean, it will just drop out of the sky when it goes out of range. Whoa, that's a good 30 meters there. And it's still there. That's pretty good, actually. Can't knock that. That was a good 30, getting on 40 meters, I would have said. Hey, worked well. Now we've got flashing LEDs. Yeah, so the battery's getting low. Oh, you've got an emergency stop on this as well? So let me just show you that. Whoa! I don't really want to tumble it to the ground. Press that. God, kills the motors. The other way, obviously, is just bring the throttle off, and then when it's finished descending, whatever it touches to stop it descending, it will kill the motors, or you can just bring it in to land with this one here. It doesn't bring it back to you to land, it just purely brings it down so you're going to land, sort of thing. See whether we've still got any power left. I'm really impressed with the flight length on it. It's quite smooth. I like this app. I've used this app several times. It's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's pretty good. Love the way we've got a reindeer looking straight at me. Nice. Good stuff. Well, Christmas can't get any better at the Tigger household, I tell you. Even though it's only November when I made this. You'd never guess it from the leaves, would you? And we're still doing okay. I think it might actually need a bit of trim. I just wonder whether that's not the wind. Yeah, no, see, it's holding steady now. Yeah, I think it just might need just a wee bit of trim. Oh, there we go. Oh, it might be because the battery was getting low. It can make them go a bit squirrely when I've found on quite a lot of quads. If you're getting low on battery, sometimes, I don't know how or why, but it will start to drift in one direction. So, or one of the motors sort of goes down quicker. I have no explanation for that. I've only just sort of an observation of doing it.
Okay, are you ready for the barrage of them? Let me get them out of my system. Okay, I was excited about this coming for me. As one could even say, ecstatic about it. And now I realise you don't have to be extravagant if you were going to buy one for someone who was exceptional to you, and it would be extremely nice if you did get them once. Ouch! Even I'm hurting after that barrage. Gee whiz. Okay, knock them all on the head. What did I really think of it? What do you think I thought of it? I loved it. It's just great fun. I don't think, you know, in a after Christmas, before Christmas, any time at Christmas, that is ever going to get boring. It's just an awesome little trick it does. I know it's nothing clever really, but yeah, hey, we're all kids, aren't we, at heart? I hope anyway. The grandkids still love it, and they love the way an egg flies, and it's got a reindeer on it, so yeah, that's gone down really well. Any negatives? Not really. To be perfectly honest, I enjoy flying it on the gyro system. It's quite challenging actually, even if you're a reasonable sort of pilot. It's amazing how it sort of changes your perception of your flying, I think, and it does make you think when you're doing it, I must admit. But once you get into it, it's quite good. The headless mode's quite good in it as well. That sort of helps quite a bit, and I've let the grandkids have a go with it, and that they like it as well because it's gyro like you have on your phone sort of thing. Talking about the phone, the app works really well. I like that app anyway. It also comes in a very nice Christmassy box, so if you're buying it for someone, that's great. At the moment, they're around £20, and I'll put links down in the description for you, obviously. You can get a set of instructions, and they're actually very good. They're JJRC are getting better and better at their instructions, I think. It runs through everything nicely and gives you all the information you possibly need, whether you're new to flying or whether or not you just want to check up on what things do. It's all in English, which makes it a doddle, so you're not struggling with two sets of languages or anything. And it seriously goes through everything. Then it goes through the app as well. I'm really impressed with this, really nice. And then if you've got any problems, what the causes are, and basically your solutions as well. So really nice little instruction manual. It's pretty good. I mean, I was getting 6 minutes of flight outside, and it was cold up here. It's I think we're around 5 degrees most of the time now, so it was pretty cold when I was flying it. So I think it did really well. The LEDs do come on when it has a low battery warning. Sorry, I missed that earlier. The LEDs aren't great indoor at the night flight and stuff like that. You can see them easy, but outside with any sort of brightness, they're a bit of a job to see. But you should know when to bring it in, and you're not going to fly it that far away. away from you anyway. So all in all, I really liked it, really good fun. I was surprised at the camera. I thought it'll be absolutely rubbish. Okay, yeah, it's not DJI, it's not unique, it's not, you know, 4K, but for what it is, I was quite impressed with it actually. You know, as a record, as something to play with, really good. So I really enjoyed it. We're going to have a great Christmas with it, I'm sure. I'm going to put a little bit of fishing line through it and then hang it up on the Christmas tree as an ornament. So that'd be a nice little pretty for me on the 25th of December.